Hello everyone, welcome back again. My name is Jesse, and in this wonderful and exciting tutorial, I'm trying to see how to use ChatGPT4all locally on your system, right? Without any GPU or internet connection. So we already know of ChatGPT, which requires internet. You have to go to the application and sign up. There is BAD, which has been rolled out but it's not available in every country. And then there is also Bing Chat. Now let's see how to use ChatGPT, right? Locally on our system, not OpenAI ChatGPT, but a local instance of ChatGPT provided by Nomic AI. So in the previous tutorial, we saw how to install it locally. Now let's see how to do the same thing and use it in Python, right? So you have to go with pip install GPT4all, not PyGPT4all. PyGPT4all is deprecated, but it's not this. This is the old one. Pip install PyGPT4all. So this is deprecated, right? This is deprecated. So this is deprecated. So you should not use this one, right? But what you are supposed to use is this one. Perfect. And then you can get the models from here, right? As we already did. There are a lot of models available that you can also check out. These are the list of models and you can install them, but we already have one from the previous tutorial. So let's see how to work with it. So first of all, my model was here, which was installed when I installed the previous version. And let's see how to use it locally. So the first one is going to be from, first of all, let's import it. So import GPT4all, right? And let's see the various methods of it. So the methods and attributes, so DRL GPT4all. Right, so we have GPT4all class, they have LLM models, we have GPT4all and PyLLM models. So we want to import from this and then initialize our local instance of GPT, which have been downloaded, which is this particular file, right? There are different models which have been pre-downloaded already, and then you'll be using them. So the simplest option is just go with from GPT4all, import my GPT4all. That's the first thing. Then I can now initialize my model or load the model, right? So how do I do that? I can just go with my GPT-J, or you can give any name, GPT. Then I'm going to go with my GPT4all. Then I'll pass in, it takes in some parameters. This takes in parameters. The first one is the model name. So the model name is coming from these names that we have here, right? So this is the model name. So I can just pick this particular model name. If you pick a model and it's not available, it will automatically start downloading it, right? If this is not available, it will start downloading it. But I already have one. I don't want to spend a lot of time because it's huge. I already have this one already. So I just copy this model name, and then that is what I'm going to be using. Right. So in case you don't have it, it will automatically download it. But since I have it, I'm just going to give the next argument, which is model path. Right. So the path I'm going to supply is this particular path, but you should not add the bin to it. You should only give the path to the folder, right? Not to the entire file, but to the folder in which you have your model there. And it's going to use this name to pick it up. So I'll just go back again and I'll specify the path to that particular folder, right? And now see that I just found the file, and now it's initializing the model, which is quite huge. This is the size, that is 3 gig, which is quite huge. And now we can run some analysis, right? So let's see how to use this. I'm going to specify the message that I want to use, and it goes with this format. So let's make some chat. So it's going to be my GPT.chat completion. Then this one, if I go with, it gives the message, which is a list and a dictionary, then default prompt, header, and then a footer, and then some stuff, right? So this is what the message is supposed to be about: the default, the response, the model, and this is going to be the response, the model that you're using, the usage, and then the choices, right? So we have assistant, we have different stuff. There's also role, right? So there is role, and then the role can be system, assistant, or user, and then there is a content, and then there is the message that you want. So let's try it out. So GPT.chat completion, then it goes with my message that I want to specify, right? So it's in this format, it's a list, so it's going to be my role. So the role, as we saw here, we can have several roles. We can have user, we can have assistant. So I just want to use assistant, the role that you want it to play. Then you also specify the content. So the content is whatever you want it to do, right? So let's say I want to say what is or what's the machine learning models, right? Something like this. So this is the message I'm supplying. And because I already have downloaded my model that's loaded, when I run this one, it's now going to see the instruction. So what are machine learning models, right? That is a prompt, and the response, and it's going to give us the response, right? It's going to take some time, analyze it based on the model that we have. This is not connected to the internet. That's going to generate a response for us. Perfect. And you can see that that's given us the model that I'm using, Jazzy, the number of prompt tokens, and then the total tokens that I've used. So role as assistant. So machine learning models can be used for predictive analysis of data by identifying patterns, blah blah blah. You can also add more questions. Or another way you can also do that, you can also put this one inside. Let's say a variable. Let's call this message. Then I'll put this here. So let's take off this. There's another way you can also do it. Then I can just go with my GPT.chat completion. I'll pass in my message here, right? So now I don't want to ask about it. I want to see if it can write an SQL query to infrastructure. So let's see if it will work. So it's analyzing it, write an SQL query for hospital infrastructure, and let's see whether it will give us something reasonable. So this is a simple way you can use ChatGPT locally, right? Not ChatGPT, but GPT locally, not ChatGPT, GPT locally, right? On your system without connecting to the internet, right? And it's giving you, saying that I need more information about this topic before providing you with an accurate solution. So you can keep on interacting with it, right? As it is. Very cool. So instead of doing this, you can also do the same thing I did with the GUI, which is here, which I'll launch it for you to see. The same GUI, which is here, right? So I downloaded it in the previous tutorial, which you can check out, and it's telling me a new version is available. You can update it, but let's quit for now, and then you can also work on it as you wish, right? You can also ask the questions like you would have done. So what is machine learning? And now it's going to analyze it, and then it's going to give you your result, right? So either you use the GUI, or you can just use it as a Python package from your terminal here, right? From your Jupyter notebook. So thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you have learned something. Let me know your opinion about it. Let me see what you can do. And you can see that this is giving more information than this. See you another time. Stay blessed. Bye. Baka baka. So to recap, to use it, you just have to install it, right? And then download the model, right? There are lots of models. You can pick one, and then you can, in case you have an already used model, you can just specify the path to the folder where the models are, and then you can just interact with it, right? Or you can omit this one and automatically download it and store it for you. So thank you. See you another time.